All right, I'm going to try my post-game reaction like this. It's kind of weird. I'm usually doing it with my phone vertical, not sideways like this, but we'll see how this goes. Padres, they knock off the Astros in game one of this series. Obviously, the story going in, Blake Snell. He is the only, important guy left on this Padres team in terms of, individual numbers. I mean, Ha-Seong Kim, the guy has, 33 stolen bases, steals a bunch of bases, and he's been incredible for the Padres this year, but Blake Snell's the guy that's going for a Cy Young. There's no one that's going for an MVP or anything like that. So, Cy Young, Blake Snell, that was the focus going into tonight, and he only improved his Cy Young case. 6 innings, 2 runs, and this is a Houston Astros offense that he was facing that had scored almost 40 runs in their last 3 games against the Texas Rangers. He shut them down pretty well. Sure, there was base runners, there were some walks, but he got out of it, including in, I think, the 6th inning, got those last couple outs with the runner in scoring position. That was obviously big. Luis Camposano behind the plate, by the way, I think that's important to note because Gary Sanchez has been catching Blake Snell, and Snell has had glowing reviews of Gary Sanchez, right? A lot of good things to say. And maybe some people were questioning, is Snell going to be as effective with Campy behind the plate and not Gary? But it looked pretty good tonight, to me at least, watching this game. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. But, Campy, I think with Gary out here, Campy's going to get most of the playing time. And we'll see what happens with Gary in the offseason, obviously. Who knows? But this could give the Padres more confidence to just have Campy be the starting catcher next year instead of someone else they bring in, or be more willing to have Campy be the starting catcher over Gary next year. Maybe have Gary be a DH a little bit. I don't know if Gary comes back, obviously. But I like what I've seen so far out of Campy. I think he's improved defensively. Obviously, offensively, there's power there. So I like what I saw there. 22 starts so far this year for Blake Snell, where he's allowed 2 or fewer earned runs. And some of those outings are against the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Braves, the Astros, obviously, the Orioles, Rangers, Rays. So it's not like it's against the A's or the Pirates. He's got the Dodgers coming up again. So he's definitely faced the good teams in baseball, or at least they were playing really good when he faced them. And he's pitched well against those guys. So, yes, Blake Snell, he should be the NL Cy Young Award winner as of now. If he implodes, the last, I don't even know how many more starts he has the rest of this year, but if he continues to have quality starts, why would someone else take away this award from Blake Snell? The way that he is pitching, the stuff that he has, the opponents that he is facing, I mean, it's him. And offensively tonight, it was one of those that kind of pisses you off because you're facing the Houston Astros, defending World Series champs. You got almost a postseason feel to it because of how great the camera angles are on Apple TV Plus, right? Tremendous. I just wish that Don and Mud were broadcasting the game, but tremendous there from Apple TV Plus there. It just had a different feel to it. It seemed pretty packed in Houston. And the Padres, they come out, swinging obviously offensively. And a bunch of guys got into the action tonight. Manny, Bogarts, Grish, Kim, Soto, a bunch of guys. Campy came through offensively with runs driven in tonight. Obviously, Bogarts and Grish having home runs. So it was like, why couldn't they do this more consistently earlier on in the season? Why are they doing this in September, right? It's just frustrating because you see this and it's like, okay, the talent's there, but they just didn't do it consistently enough. And that's why they're not going to be a postseason team this year. I think Peter Seidler and AJ Preller, they'll be watching games like this, and they're going to be like, hey, they just beat the Houston Astros. Look at this offense. I think we have a pretty talented roster going into next season, so why not run it back? I think there's going to be some of those thoughts in this Padres front office. But with that said, I still think some changes need to be made. But an 11-2 win, good start to this series, and obviously Blake Snell, the main story, and he performed yet again. So looks like the Padres, at least they're on track to get their 3rd National League Cy Young Award winner in franchise history. Randy Jones, obviously, Jake Peavy, and hopefully Blake Snell.